smell what the Nerdy Couch is cooking. Okay, calm down, folks. Welcome to Nerdy Couch, where 100% of the time we are serious 63.4% of the time, which is why there will be no tomfoolery during this video. Okay, hold up. Stop the video for a second. I just wanted to take a second to tell you guys that I had a bit of a tricky time filming this video today for a particular reason, and if you wait until after the video, I will show you exactly why, and trust me, it is gonna be worth the wait. Alright, now let's get back to the meat of the video. Anyway, a while back a good friend of mine asked me to share some of my favorite books. So, without further ado, here are some of my least favorite books. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm going to show you some of my favorite covers and favorite books in my collection. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that they are expensive or valuable. They're just books that I really like to have and books that I adore the covers on and might have a little bit of sentimental value to me. So let's start with this book right here. It's Rocket Raccoon #1. It's got Thanos on the cover there with Rocket. It is a Loot Crate variant. Inner art done by Scotty Young and cover work by Dale Cohn. I probably butchered that last name, but sorry. And this book here doesn't have a lot of value. A little sentimental because it's one of the first books my girlfriend picked out for me. Value's at about $2.50 Canadian. Second off, I will be showing you my Spawn #1. Glad to have this in my collection. Obviously that's a Todd McFarlane and the first appearance of Spawn. This issue also features the first appearance of two characters named Sam and Twitch, along with another character that I can't pronounce, so I'm not even going to try, so I'm going to put it down here. It also apparently features a pinup of the character Pit, which I completely missed because I read it on an online app. That was before I got my Image first copy for $1. We all remember the 1997 Spawn movie starring Michael J. White, and I didn't think it was too bad considering the times. You could excuse some crappy graphics at that point. And Violator was a pretty good character. But I'm pretty excited for the new movie coming out this year in 2019, starring Jamie Foxx and Jeremy Renner. And it sounds like Todd McFarlane is going to have a bigger hand in this one, so I'm pretty excited to see that, and it should be R-rated, and I believe that's what it deserves. So, on to the next book. Here we've got the Venom Annual #1. That red cover is absolutely amazing. This is done by Donny Cates, who is absolutely killing it with his Venom runs, and the cover art is by a name that I am not even going to try to pronounce, so again, I will put it down below. So this book on eBay is going for about $12 raw, and slabbed at a 9.8. Looks like it was going for about $40 to $60. So that's not too bad for a modern book. The cover's awesome, and as more of them decrease in quality, you can only expect it to go up in the future, I think. The next book I have here is Venom related. It is the Rune vs. Venom. This is the first Venom with wings. This is a cool book. It goes for about $12 to $17 raw, and I only found one slab on eBay for 9.8 for about $175. Next, we're going to move on to some Wolverine. This is the Wolverine #1 of the Sword Quest storyline. The artwork on this is done by John Buscema and Klaus Janson. This one does have a couple of spine ticks, and it's not in the greatest shape, but I will be doing an upgrade, and I'll show you that when I get it. But for now, this will do, and I like to have it. I also got the True Believers, the $1 copy. That's just for reading purposes. I like to have that so that I don't muck up my other copy any more than I need to. That original copy was going raw on eBay for about $7 to $10, and slabbed I found it for $230 for a 9.8. Next I've got this cover, and it's probably one of my favorite Wolverine covers. It's got the really nice red background. This cover seems really hard to keep. It's in pretty decent shape considering I didn't spend much on it. It's not really got much value to it, but I super love the cover. Like I said, one of my favorites. The artwork on this is done by John Byrne and Klaus Janson once again. You can pick this up on eBay for probably around $5 raw. These next two books I'm really happy to have in my collection. This one here, The New Avengers, number 11. You'll recognize this cover. This is the first appearance of Maya Lopez as Ronin. She later becomes Echo. The cover work on this one is done by David Finch, and just this February on eBay, a raw copy of this sold for $130. Now I found slabs on eBay at a 9.8 going as high as $300 for this book. So that's pretty crazy. But with the next Avengers coming out and Ronin starring in it, you can see why this book is going to be popular. As well as that, I got The New Avengers number 27. Now this is the first appearance of Clint Barton as Ronin, which is the Ronin that will be featuring in the movie. I believe Clint Barton is the second character to take on the persona of Ronin. The cover work for this is done by Lionel Yu. I hope I pronounced that right. This book is going for as high as $40 or $50 raw, and for a 9.8 slab, it's going as high as $170. So I am super happy to have them in my collection. I picked these up for about $15 for the pair. So I couldn't talk about my favorite books without bringing up one of my favorite characters. This guy right here. So what I've got here is Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, the trade paperback. This book is done by Colin Bunn, and it's about a $20 pickup. It's a fun and pretty crazy read, and it goes as far as to even have Deadpool come out of the panels and kill the artist that's drawing him. So it's pretty crazy, but I like it. Next we have X-Force number 1. This book comes with the Deadpool card. There is also a copy with the Shatterstar, which is less popular. I was lucky enough to get the one with the Deadpool card. This features the third appearance of a character called Warpath, and it has an unofficial second appearance of Deadpool, which is just additional content pages with a character profile. This book is done by the Rob Liefeld, and it is going for about $15 to $20 raw and $70 at a 9.8 slab. I also have X-Force number 2, which is the official second appearance of Deadpool, and the first appearance of Weapon X Garrison Kane. I couldn't find a raw copy of this, but a slab 9.8 is going for about $40 to $60, and I am super happy to have this one. And last, but definitely not least, I have not one, but 2 copies of the True Believers New Mutants 98. But wait, there's more. I have the original copy of New Mutants 98, the first appearance of Deadpool and Gideon. It is also the first cameo of Domino, which is actually Copycat in disguise. Take a look at that beauty. Now, I was wanting this book for a very long time. He's one of my favorite characters, but obviously I had some trouble forking over what it was worth. Lucky for me, a really good friend of mine bought it for my birthday last year, and I cannot thank him enough. It is probably my favorite book in my collection right now, and he definitely helped me out by picking up one of my grails for me. This issue has all the Rob Liefeld goodness you could hope for, all packed into one book. Now on Key Collector, he says this book is going for about $200 to $300 raw, but I found a 9.5 slab going for about $400, all the way up to just over $1,000 for this book. Now that's Canadian dollars. So when I get the time, I think I might send this in, try to get it slabbed. It's in pretty good condition, doesn't have any spine ticks or anything like that. The corners are fairly good. The inside, not quite as white as I'd like it to be, but I think it would be a fair book. So with that said, that's the majority of my favorite books in my collection. It's not all of them. But I hope you enjoyed that. And, oh, wait a minute. No, I don't know if I'm ready to show that one yet. Oh, the heck with it. I'll have them bring it up. You guys are in for a real treat. Hi, Linda. Yeah, hey, how are the kids? Yeah, more small talk. Now, listen, Linda. Could I get you to get security to bring up item T5938? Yeah, thank you very much. You're a doll. Be up any moment. Nah, here it is. Right over here. Yep. Bring it on over. It is getting super hard to find a good security unicorn these days. She doesn't say much, but she does great work. Right here, please. Thank you very much. You are dismissed. Okay, thanks again. How do I get into this thing again? Retinal scan. Code. And here we go. Gotta be very careful with this. You guys are gonna like this. Here we have, very careful, the prized possession of almost any collection. Turok, the Dinosaur Hunter, #1. Now let me just carefully move this out of the way here, and we'll bring this back. Oh, I don't want to damage this. Very careful. Now, if you haven't figured it out, I am completely joking about this book. This book was brought out in the 90s, and this book and books like it represent the 1990s comic book crash. And I believe the way that happened was through speculation and overpopulation, overprinting of these books and books like it. This book is, if not valueless, should be valueless, and the only reason it may have value nowadays is because Comic Tom keeps talking about it and he's a popular guy. If you want to find out more about this book and the comic crash of the 90s, there's lots of content on the internet, and I believe Comic Tom does a lot on his channel about it from here and there, so check him out, and thanks for letting me show you some of my favorite books in my collection. I will catch you later. So, like I promised, it's the end of the video, and I'm going to tell you why I had such a troublesome time making it. You see, a while back, I bought a couple of these off of the interweb, and every once in a while, I'll invite my girlfriend downstairs, unknowingly, and shoot the shit out of her with this. And she decided to get me back while I was filming. And right here is a video compilation of just that. Have fun.
I hope you're being taped.
Okay, I give. Right in the neck. Oh, you're right in the neck. Oh, dear Lord, that's point blank. Oh. Oh.
This is really fun, actually.
Why? Why would you do such a thing? What are you doing to me? Oh, God. Ow. Ow, it hurts. But I suspect that this... Look at what you did.
Deadpool.
You killed Deadpool. I give. Oh.
That hurt.
It's got some punch. Oh.
Everything in my...
Oh.
That hurt. That hurt. Ow.
I am gonna get you. I hope you like watching me get shot up. Thanks for watching. You guys know what to do.